This is a review of the Dramm ColorStorm Spinning Sprinkler. And I'm going to share with you what I really like about it and some features that I wish that could be a little bit improved, and give my overall recommendation on this particular sprinkler. So first of all, it's heavy duty. This thing is made out of metal. It's not, it's powder coated, so it's not going to rust, and it weighs a fair bit, so it's not going to get blown around. The downside to that is that many of the parts are made out of brass, which means that there's lead in them. So if you are growing organic edibles, this is not a sprinkler that you would want to use in your garden. So just so you're aware of that. How this thing works is that the water comes out of this little hole down there, and it gets pushed through this channel, and then it kind of comes out at the end here in a single stream. There's no adjustment to it. There's nothing else you can do. That's it. So it's a really very simple sprinkler to use. The Dramm Spinning Sprinkler should, under the right conditions, so if you've got high enough water pressure, emit water up to about 38 feet in diameter. So that's a fairly large space and coverage. Again, it's a circular pattern, so if you've got a rectangular garden, this might not be the best choice for you. Now, the fact that it's a really simple sprinkler is one of the pluses. It's also one of the negatives. There's no adjustment, so the only thing you can adjust in terms of how far this thing will spread water is with the water pressure. One of the really nice features about this is it's made specifically to work well at low water pressure. So if you're operating on a well, or you just have low water pressure in, say, the 20 psi range, this sprinkler is going to work really well. And the water, instead of coming out as a stream, as it would in higher water pressure, is going to come out more as a mist. So just by changing the pressure at the spigot, that's an adjustment that you can make. One of the things with this is that it's got really nice heavy-duty fittings here, the coupler. The downside is that it is kind of tough to turn this, because there's not a lot to grip onto. I would have liked to have seen this be maybe a little bulkier, so it'd be easier to grab. The other thing is you're going to be fighting with the hose, because it doesn't really move all that well without loosening up the fitting here. So just be aware of that as you put this thing out. If you're at all worried about this thing moving around, there's this hole. You can put a stake through there, or a garden staple to hold it down. You could also put it through any of these other holes here. And one of the final tests of a sprinkler is it fun to run through? Because, you know, in the summer, that's what you want to do, or at least the kids do. This one, not so much. You're probably going to trip on this or stab yourself with it, and it doesn't go very high, so you're not going to have a lot of water up there to run through. So overall, this is a very good sprinkler. It's heavy duty, it's built to last, it's all metal. It's great at low pressure, so if you have that, this would be a good choice for you. On the downside, it has a limited pattern and range, and it's not adjustable within that pattern. And I wouldn't use it in an organic gardening situation. Now, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to see the whole written review, you can find that at gardeningproductsreview.com. And don't forget, you can subscribe right down there. There's a button to subscribe. We're doing a ton of other reviews of sprinklers, so that will help you pick the best one for you. See ya! In other words, it is really very simple to use. Now we'll just wait till the airplanes go through.